conversation starting to arise. I'm a living legend. I'm a broken man. Who are you? So who are you today? Everybody's got demons, and sometimes they take control. Everybody's got demons, sometimes they got to go.
Hey all, Mars here, another KVK down, and it was a pretty good one. We had a few mishaps here and there and a few things to clean up in our kingdom, but as you can see, we won, and I got third, really close to second. Julio just somehow snuck in there. I think he got a really sweet target that he was able to zero, and put him ahead of me, and I couldn't catch up. I think we ended up being about 2,000 points apart, which is not a lot. It's about one castle. Edward, good player, really high stats, as you'll see, and kind of just tore through our kingdom and did really well. And Anna didn't really play a whole lot this particular KVK. She was able to help us with Throne, and that's about it. But that's life, you know. Sometimes you're not always able to play. Well, I will show you some reports, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video so far. And here we go. Well, this is the first battle I had, and Edward hit me right away. It was a solid fight. He did a lot of damage actually to me, and I mean 120 Rhinoc and 120 Faceless Knight. That is a solid setup, and as you can see, he runs out root out, which I'll say again, his stats could be even better if he didn't run that. And I tried talking to him about it, but I don't think we could really get on the same page about that. So, and then you can look, he has really, really good solid stats on his Rhinoc as well. So, really good player. He hit me with T11, and I had some reinforcements and was able to take that hit pretty easily. Nobody really wants to heal up 92,000 troops, but lots of points, felt good about it. So this was the second hit that I took. Edward again hit me, and as you can see, he did a lot better this time. I had a lot less troops in my castle, and a good portion of the reason why he was able to get me so good is because in his previous hit, he took away a considerable number of T10 infantry, and so that was a lot of HP that was soaking up in the previous battle, and this time he was able to hit me and get a little bit more out of it. But as you can see, if you look at the power differentials, I mean, I lost 1,466,000 power. He lost 2,723,000 power. So it's an acceptable amount of power differential, and I'll be happy with that. And part of the reason why he's so successful is he has really high attack on his infantry, really good defense, and HP. And the HP is 90 above mine, and yeah, I mean, just really solid player. That was T11, our killer. Yeah. Here's an attack I made on Sky. She actually got 4th, I believe. No, she got passed up. But nothing really to write home about. I like a larger power differential. She did pretty good. I pretty much just attacked with T10 and infantry and cavalry, and good attack, but I'd like to see better. So this is the third hit that Edward hit me with, And as you can see, I did a lot better this time. And there's two reasons for this. A, I was able to heal after my first and second hit. B, he actually had to run some T10 infantry at me, so he wasn't able to run all T11 spearmen, and that helped a lot. Almost a 2 million power differential out of this battle. And he's a really good player. He was just going for any kind of kills. I think he was trying to go for the last chest, and he unfortunately came just a little short of that. But yeah, I mean, a hit like this is exactly what I'm looking for. This was a defense that me and Anna had when we were doing the throne. He never stood a chance. I mean, he sent T10 infantry and T10 or T9 infantry at Anna and me, and she had T11 in there, and I had T9 cavalry. So yeah, it just was an ill-advised attack. So in the late night, I found this target, and I was able to zero her pretty easily. Although I was pretty salty about it. The reason being is one of my alliance members, I should say former alliance members, because after I talked to him about what he did, he decided to leave. Decided not to be with my alliance anymore. So that's done and over with, but I went and hit Yova once. This was my first hit. Hit her twice, and she still had like 500,000 troops left after my second hit. And one of my members came in and boom boom hit this player twice before I could make my second hit, my third hit I should say, and just stole all the rest of the kills. And I was, helping out with Throne in the enemy kingdom, so I couldn't just like port over there and hit this target like I wanted to. So I had already used up quite a bit of speeds and effort getting this target, and just to have it stolen, all those extra kills, and that would have actually put me in second, which, anytime you can place higher, you want to. But I was a little salty about that. This is more of what I'm looking for when it comes for power differential, when it comes to attacks, but the stats are a lot worse, so can't really say anything to that. I'll just keep on improving myself and hope to find good targets in the future. I'm sure by now you're tired of seeing Edward attacks on me, but here's another one. This one, I didn't have any reinforcements, and he just hit me straight up. But once again, he didn't have his T11, he wasn't at full power, and was able to take it and do quite well. So it was good. I was able to retain a majority of my power throughout KVK, and that allows me to finish strong. Alright, last one, I promise. The reason why I show you this report is because I typically, when I fight, send out my siege and my archers out of my castle. I don't want them in my castle because they often die. And this is an example of that. If you saw in my previous report, he was only able to kill about 42,000 of my troops. Now with this report, I left the siege and the archers in because I was porting around and wasn't paying attention like I should be. And he was able to hit me and kill a considerable amount of siege and a considerable amount of archers. Actually, not that many archers, considering I only have 20,000 archers total anyways, so it wasn't that big of a deal on that, but just annoying. I really suggest, unless you have the stats to back up your siege and your archers, to consider sending them out, or at least a good portion of them. Well, in conclusion for this KVK, I've learned that I will lose to T11 infantry with really good stats. And the only reason why I didn't lose was because I had reinforcements. Disclaimer, I don't take most of these attacks alone. I don't like to fight fair. I want to stack the odds in my favor. And I want to go into KVKs knowing that I have the upper hand. And I think that most smart players would think that that's good. Other players think that's not fair. Some want to fight on even footing. And you know what? That's fine. But here's the reason why I play the way I play. Is I don't want to spend a bunch of money on this game. I spend more than I should already. I spend somewhere around $20 to $30 a month on the game, and I can't take on players that are willing to throw thousands of dollars into their castles. So yeah, I try and stack the odds in my favor. I don't want to have to rebuild every KVK. I don't want to have to buy packs, and so this is the way I play. And as I grow stronger and stronger, I will become more aggressive and more offensive, and we'll just build on that. But until then, I'm gonna keep taking those free hits that they give me, and they're gonna keep hitting me. Then good for them, and hopefully I get ahead that way. Well, I am going to do a video at some point here before the next KVK on everything legendary. I just recently got my legendary castle. By the way, getting C30 is a lot harder than getting legendary. Legendary is really easy in comparison. Well, that's all I got, and give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.